Imagine a continent where leaders rise and fall, where the fate of millions is determined by the decisions of a few. Now picture a leader who dares to defy the odds, who turns the tables on what we've come to expect from African governance. Just within 2 years, this country is no longer just a name on the map. It's a beacon of what could be the future of Africa. But while one leader propels his nation toward technological brilliance, others stumble in the dark, entangled in corruption and beholden to foreign powers. The question is, why are they still in power? If Traoré can be doing tremendously well in this short while, then what do we say about older leaders whom have spent years in power with little to no development? Or should we even question why these so-called leaders allow themselves to be puppets while IbrahimTraoré carves a new path for his people? As we dive deeper, let me ask you this. What does it take for a foreign government to take an African nation seriously? Is it the ability to launch a satellite into space, or the will to sever ties with those who threaten your sovereignty? When Mali expelled the Swedish ambassador, the world was stunned. But what's even more shocking is why this action was necessary. The Ukrainian military intelligence admitted to arming the Tuareg terrorists, leading to the tragic death of Malian soldiers. Can you imagine the outrage, the betrayal? And yet, this is the reality many African countries face: outside forces meddling in their affairs with devastating consequences. While Mali boldly cuts off those who wrong them, Burkina Faso is taking its destiny into its own hands. Under Traoré's leadership, the country is about to launch its second satellite, BurkinaSat-2. This isn't just about national pride, it's about survival. Imagine a satellite that can track every movement across the country, that can forecast the weather with pinpoint accuracy, helping farmers to know exactly when to plant their crops. This kind of technology is what we usually associate with the West, with countries like the United States or China. But now, it's happening in Burkina Faso. How did they do it? And more importantly, why aren't other African nations following suit? You will be shocked with what is happening in Nigeria right now, or is it the bad governance eating up in Kenya? Just to mention few are all examples of failed leadership. While Traoré rejects luxury for himself and his politicians, insisting they buy their own vehicles, Nigeria's leaders squander resources on lavish lifestyles, from alleged 21 million naira monthly package for each lawmaker to how 3 Nigeria presidential jets and other Nigeria government assets in Europe, UK, US, and others 6 countries being seized by a Chinese company named Zhongshan Fucheng Industrial Investment Co., Limited, amidst contractual breaches. That's China, beware. Wait, think about it. Why aren't more African leaders looking to Traoré as a model? Why are they clinging to outdated practices that only serve to weaken their nations? Does this have to do with age? Where does this leave the people? Trapped in a cycle of poverty leading to corruption. Wait. As Burkina Faso launch its satellite, other African nations must ask themselves, what are we doing wrong? Why are we still dependent on foreign aid that comes with strings attached? When Sweden threatened to cut off aid to Mali, it was a clear attempt to exert control. But Mali didn't flinch. They told the Swedish ambassador to leave, refusing to bow to pressure. This is the kind of leadership that commands respect, that forces the world to take notice. If Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger can be going this far, then others can also do it. I wonder a question of what the future holds for a nation that's breaking free from the mold. With Traoré at the helm, Burkina Faso is setting a precedent that others can no longer ignore. The country is moving forward not by waiting for help from outside, but by harnessing its own resources and talent. Their satellite project is just the beginning. But what about the rest of Africa? Are they ready to rise to the challenge? Or will they continue to be shackled by the chains of corruption and dependency? Picture a future where Africa is no longer at the mercy of foreign powers. A future where leaders like Traoré aren't the exception, but the norm. But for that to happen, there must be a reckoning, a moment when the people say enough is enough. When will that moment come? How long will it take for other African nations to realize that the path to true independence lies within, not in the hands of foreign benefactors? As we draw closer to the launch of Burkina SAT-2, the world watches in anticipation. But this is more than just a technological achievement. It's a statement that Africa is capable, that it has the potential to lead, not just follow. But will the rest of the continent rise to the occasion, or will they remain stuck in the shadows, letting others dictate their future? The time has come for African leaders to learn from Traoré, to embrace a vision of self-reliance and innovation. Because the truth is, the world is changing. And if Africa doesn't change with it, it risks being left behind. The satellite in Burkina Faso's sky is more than just a piece of technology. It's a symbol of what Africa can become, but only if its leaders are willing to step up, to break free from the old ways, and to chart a new course for their people. So what will it be? Will Africa rise, or will it fall? The answer lies in the hands of its leaders. And as we watch Burkina Faso take its place among the stars, the question we must all ask is, who's next?
If you are still not following us, you are probably never going to see us again. But if you are, congrats. You are on a journey of discovery as we unlock the mysteries of the past.